Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Nicky, yoga teacher, working together with Keighley Healthy Living. And I wanted to bring you a relaxing practice, again, just 15 minutes that you can do anytime. There's a little bit of movement, but what is lovely about this practice is that we're going to be lying down for the whole time. So it just shows you that you can bring quite a bit of movement into your body and you can really do lots of good things for your body. You don't have to be, standing or running or anything. You can do quite a lot lying down. So I've got a yoga mat here. You don't have to have a yoga mat. I would suggest not doing it in bed because you want to have kind of a hard surface beneath you. But you might have something a bit like this, or hopefully quite a thick blanket. So we're not going to be moving too much, so don't worry, but you just want to make sure that you feel comfortable enough to be supported on the ground, okay? So then you're going to come to lie down. So making your way onto your mat. Now I'm going to have my knees bent with my toes pointing forward. And just notice and feel how that feels for you. Also, you might want a little cushion. You might want a cushion behind your head. If your head, sometimes your chin might be kind of drifting up quite high, and that's not ideal. So you want to make sure that if that's the case, you kind of have a little bit of a lift so that your chin is dropping down. And bring the arms out to the side and have the palms facing upwards. Now, if you feel a bit more comfy with your feet a bit wider and your knees dropping in, that's another option. Or you can have your legs just straight out. So just take a little second just to feel and just to notice how you feel in your body. So spreading the toes, feeling the connection of the feet pressing into the ground, and notice the whole of the back body lying on the ground. So feeling into the back of the head, the shoulders, have a little wriggle around the shoulders, feeling the contact with the ground. Noticing the spine and how in some places it lifts, so you might have a little gap between the spine and the floor. And then other places where it feels quite heavy, like around the pelvis and the hips. So just feeling the ground beneath you. And then just notice your breath. If you place your hands on your belly, so just below the belly button, and as you start to breathe in, just imagine you've got a little inflatable cushion and you can feel this cushion gently filling with air, and you might feel it pressing into the hands. And then as you breathe out, you're going to breathe out through the nose and just feel this little cushion in your mind gently deflating as the belly button sinks back down towards the ground. So this is called abdominal breathing, and it's a really lovely way of breathing. It's the way that we should breathe. It's the way that we all breathed when we were babies. But as life goes on, stresses come into our lives, things happen with illness and our body changes, and quite often we tend to breathe quite high in our chests and only breathe there. So you might have noticed that you can feel your breath in your throat. And what we're doing here is really bringing the breath down. And that might make the breath feel a bit longer as well. So just practice that for a little while. Feel the breath rising as the hands rise on the inhale. And sinking down. on the exhale. Inhale. So you might also feel that breath in the rib cage. So maybe just move the hands up and rest them on the rib cage. And on the next in-breath, you might feel the breath in the belly still, but feel the breath moving out to the sides. So you'll feel your rib cage expanding as well. And then as you exhale, you might even notice the rib cage kind of contracting and the two sides moving back together. So we've got this kind of outward expansion and contraction, as well as the belly lifting. Now, if you don't feel any of this, don't get stressed, it doesn't matter. Just try and notice the breath. That's all we're going to do. And then you might notice the breath higher in the chest as well, which is fine, as long as we've got this lower. Most of the breathing capacity that we have is in the lower section of the lungs and the belly, rather than in the chest. So you might find that you've been missing a trick. You might find that you've been quite breathless, but actually by breathing a bit lower down, you find that you can breathe a bit better. So just explore that for a minute or two longer. Notice where you can feel the breath. And try and be quite slow with the breath. Okay, and then we're just going to bring a little bit of movement alongside the breath. So having the arms resting by the side with the palms facing upwards. On the next in-breath, you're just going to reach up and over the head. Don't worry if the hands don't reach the ground, that's fine. Just have a nice deep bend in the elbows. And as you breathe out, you're going to gently move the arms down. Inhale. Soft arms reach up. And exhale. So see if you can keep this movement in time with the movement of your breath. And again, if you can't, it really doesn't matter. It's just an exploration. Just notice. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. And then you're going to take one knee and just gently hug that knee into the chest. Just notice how that feels. Notice how it feels in the back. And when you're sure that that feels okay, just draw the next knee up. And just start to rock from side to side. So notice where you can feel that in the back of the body. So you're gently massaging the back of the body into the ground. And if you place your hands on the knees, and then start to draw circles with the knees. Exhaling the knees in, and inhaling the knees away. Exhaling, gently drawing the knees in, and inhaling, releasing the knees away. And then moving in the opposite direction, exhaling. And inhaling. So see if you can keep this movement nice and slow. And just notice what's happening in your heads. Notice whether you're finding this quite hard to keep this movement slow, or whether your mind has moved to planning what you're going to do with the rest of the day, or thinking about what you need to buy from the shops, that kind of thing. And just see if you can keep coming back to the movement and the sensations in the body. And then you're going to take the knees wide now and continue to move the knees in circles. So you're going to draw the knees in together as you inhale, 2 knees away. Taking the knees wide as you exhale and gently ease the knees into the chest. So inhale. Take the knees wide and exhale. Drawing the knees into the chest. Inhaling. Taking the knees wide, drawing big circles, exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. And then this time you're going to stretch the legs up towards the ceiling. And then hug the knees into the chest. And again, we're going to move with the breath here. Inhaling, straight legs. And exhaling, draw knees into the chest. Notice how the legs feel. Maybe you can't quite straighten them, that's absolutely fine. Maybe the hamstrings are shouting, that's fine too. Just notice your back's nicely supported, so you should feel quite safe to explore. And then on the next inhale, spreading the fingers now, re-stretching the hands, and you're going to reach soft elbows, the arms overhead. So pushing the heels up to the ceiling, and as you exhale, hugging the knees into the chest. Inhaling, spread fingers, flex the feet. And exhaling, knees to chest. Inhaling. And exhaling. This time you might want to bring the forehead up towards the knee. You don't have to do this, but if it feels okay, by all means, lift the head. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling, spread the fingers. I'm just going to take my socks off here so that I can really feel into the feet. And exhaling. And then I'm going to bring my head down, left foot on the floor, and straighten the right leg out. So you can hold on to that leg, you can have a bend in the knee, that's fine. Interlace the fingers behind. And I'm just going to draw some circles with that foot. And then see once again if you can combine that movement with the breath. So as you point the toes up to the back of the room, inhale. And exhale down. And just notice how the foot feels, how the toes feel, how the ankle feels. You can wiggle the toes around, waking up the feet, moving in the opposite direction now. Inhaling and exhaling. Pointing and flexing, exploring through the ankle joint. Really, really important to keep the feet and the ankles moving and healthy. Maybe a little point and flex. And then you're just going to bend that knee quite a bit and just gently hug that knee into the chest. Maybe straightening the leg a little more. If that feels comfortable, you don't have to. And then bringing the right foot down. Taking hold of the left knee, hugging it in, and then straightening that left leg. Interlacing the fingers behind the leg and start to explore the ankle joint, the toes on the left side, once again drawing circles. Feeling into this left ankle. Mine feels a little sore on this side. Doesn't feel as if I can move it quite so easily. So just notice what's happening in your body. Maybe you feel a little bit stiffer, maybe you've had an injury in one of your feet. Maybe this side feels easier. Just notice, it's important to feel that connection with the body. And have a little wiggle of the toes here as well. Feeling into the toes. And then maybe bending that left knee, drawing it in towards the chest. Maybe lifting the head towards the knee if that feels comfortable. And then bringing the head down and the feet. Now you're going to take the feet wider now, so you're going to bring them to the outer edges of the mat. So you've got really nice wide knees and wide feet, okay? And then bring the arms out as well, so the palms facing upwards. And you're just going to gently, very gently rock the knees from side to side. So you might just have a very little gentle movement here. Or you might feel comfortable enough to go a little further. So you almost drop the knees, or you do drop the knees all the way over to the side. And then we're going to think about moving the head as well. So as the knees drop over to the right, just roll the chin over to the left side. Inhale, knees back to center, head back to center. And exhale, the knees to the left. And the chin is going to move over to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale, knees to the right, chin moves to the left. Inhale, center. And then drop the knees to the left and the chin to the right. Just continue in time with your own breath, coming into this gentle twist from side to side. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And then coming back to center, drawing the knees back to center, the head back to center. Just come back to where you started. Bringing the hand to rest on the belly again. Finding the breath. So breathing into the hands as they rest on the belly, just below the belly button. And as you exhale, feel the belly button gently sinking back down towards the ground. Inhaling. Belly button rises. Think about that little inflatable cushion. And exhale. Gently relax the belly. Just continue for a minute or two, observing the rising and the falling of the belly as you continue to breathe. In through the nose. And out through the nose. In through the nose. And out through the nose. In through the nose. And out through the nose. And then you can either stay here, or you can rock your knees over to the side. Just roll over into the fetal position. Just going to hang out here for a breath or two. Maybe sighing out the breath. And then you're going to use that hand to push you up to sitting. And just find a comfortable sitting position. You don't have to cross your legs, whatever feels comfortable for you. I'm going to reach the arms up, inhale. And exhale, hands to the heart. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you.